Hey there, music lovers and Beatles enthusiasts. Today, we are diving into the world of music reissues and exploring a recent announcement that has got many fans talking. It's time to talk about the upcoming Rubber Soul box set, a project that has sparked some interesting discussions and raised a few eyebrows. So, let's get into it. First off, let me say that the Beatles' music and their incredible studio albums are a huge part of music history. From 1963 to 1970, they produced an incredible run of albums, and it's no surprise that fans want to celebrate and revisit these iconic works. However, the recent reissue campaigns have taken some unexpected turns, and it's worth exploring why. You see, it's been almost 4 years since Apple Corps released a super deluxe edition of a Beatles studio album. Now, that's a long time considering the pace at which they were previously releasing these reissues. It makes you wonder if Apple's priorities have shifted, and if so, what does that mean for the fans who are eagerly awaiting these releases? One thing that immediately stands out is the odd project choices. For instance, the Now and Then single led to a massive reissue campaign for the Red and Blue albums, creating a lot of work for Giles Martin and his team. While there's nothing inherently wrong with these projects, it feels like a departure from the focus on the music itself. It's almost as if the wider cultural legacy projects have taken precedence over the music that made the Beatles famous. So, when the Rubber Soul box set was announced, many saw it as a back-to-basics approach. But does it deliver what fans truly want? Let's break it down. The box sets off a new stereo mixes by Giles Martin and Sam Okell, which is standard these days. However, what's interesting is the absence of the original 1965 stereo mix and George Martin's 1987 remix. These mixes are nowhere to be found on any format, and it raises the question of whether Apple is trying to erase history by superseding these original mixes. While the new mixes are great, it's important to acknowledge and preserve the past. Now, here's something that really caught my attention. 2 songs from Rubber Soul, Think for Yourself and Nowhere Man, were completely remixed in stereo for the 1999 Yellow Submarine soundtrack release. These remixes were stunning, and it would have been a nice touch to include them in this reissue as a nod to the audio evolution of these tracks. It's a missed opportunity, in my opinion, and it shows a lack of appreciation for the historical context. On a positive note, the original mono mix of Rubber Soul is included in the box sets, which is a welcome addition. However, it's not included on the Blu-ray, which is a bit disappointing. The Blu-ray format has its own set of issues, with a lack of a 5.1 mix and the exclusion of the mono mix. It feels like a missed opportunity to provide a comprehensive audio experience. I understand that Apple is a business and they want to make money, but it's important to strike a balance. The box sets are already expensive, and including a Blu-ray would make them even pricier. However, the 2 CD set, which is cheaper, offers content that is denied to Blu-ray buyers. It raises the question of whether Apple is prioritizing sales over providing a complete and accessible experience for fans. Additionally, the vinyl options for Rubber Soul are interesting. While it's not on the same level as some of the madness we've seen with other artists, the colored vinyl and zoetrope versions are a nice touch. It shows that Apple is willing to experiment and offer something different, which is always exciting for collectors. In conclusion, the Rubber Soul reissue campaign has its pros and cons. While it's great to see the original mono mix included, the absence of certain mixes and the lack of a comprehensive Blu-ray experience are disappointing. It feels like Apple is trying to forget about the past and focus solely on the present, which is a concern for fans who value the historical context. What do you think, fellow music lovers? Are you excited about the Rubber Soul reissue? Do you agree with my observations? Let's continue the discussion in the comments. Until next time, keep exploring and appreciating the music that shaped our world.